etiquette is something that we really take seriously on Wake Up Nigeria, and we always appreciate Janet Adetu. She's definitely our go-to person when you need to polish up some more, you know. So just be aware of your social conduct. And now she is the Chief Executive and Lead Consultant at JSK Etiquette Consortium and a Certified Executive Business Coach. In line with that, she'll be sharing some tips on email etiquette. Now, a lot of us have been a little bit lazy. We've been all at home. I think we need a refresher course on email etiquette. It's great to have you here, Janet Adetu.
Thank you so much, Titi. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
How
are you
doing?
All right. Good, great, absolutely. Emails are extremely important, especially if you work for an organization or indeed you need to do some kind of communication business-wise, okay? It's an essential tool, but like every other thing, some people tend to abuse it. And it's very important for us to remember the underlying issues when it comes to emails. The first thing that is very important about emails is to know who you want to send it to. You need to put in those people that you want to send your email to and take out all other people that you don't want to read that email. Sometimes you get an email and it's been copied, other people have been copied in, and suddenly you just reply to all. Not everybody needs to read that email. So take out all the people that shouldn't be in that email. Make sure that there's a subject to that email so that whoever's reading it will understand what it's all about. And there's a body. And I want to say this, I'm just running through this right now and I'll go through it one by one in a moment. Let there be a body to your email. But if your email has more than 2, max 3 paragraphs, that's a story that needs to come in a letter form. It's no more email worthy, okay? And always have a signature at the end that speaks to who you are, what company you work for, and your contact details. Now, taking it back a little bit, there should always be some form of introductory statement. Now, remember, if it is your office, you don't want to give nicknames like hi, and there's a nickname to that person. If it's business, address them with their, Miss, Mr., Mrs. kind of thing. It's formal, okay? So let there be that proper introductory acknowledgement of the person that you're speaking to. Then a bit of an introductory statement, because some people receive 250, 300 emails a day. They haven't got time for fluff. So what's the email about at the beginning, so that if the person needs to read more, then they know what it's all about, okay? Send someone that email and let it have a clear message at the top. Now, when you're putting in your title, don't use capital letters. As a matter of fact, that's one of the rudest ways to address your email. If it has a subject title, just put it there. It doesn't need to be in capital letters. It doesn't need to be in red. And don't make it urgent if it is not urgent. It's unfair to the person having to read it. If it's not urgent, don't put urgent there. Some people put red flags and things to make it look urgent so that they will read it. But if it's not urgent, it's not urgent. It's important to remember the time you send your email. Don't send your email during the holidays. Don't send an email over the weekend. Even when it's a Friday at 8 p.m., don't bother to send that email anymore, because you shouldn't be expecting any response over the weekend because it is weekend. And be sure that that email will not be responded to on a normal day until the following Monday of the new week. So if you have an important email to make, wait till a working day. And make sure you send it within working hours. Sending it in the evening at 8, 9 p.m. is really not fair to the person that you are speaking to. And many a times, some people can lose your email in the midst of so many emails when you send it at the wrong time. Remember, if you're sending an email internationally, remember the time zone when you're to wherever you're sending that email to. That's very important, especially if it's urgent and you need a response. Remember, some places are 8 hours, 5 hours, difference, and you need to acknowledge that as well. It's very, very important. Please read your email before you send it. Many a times there are grammatical errors, and if it speaks to, somebody you're looking for some kind of deal or something, all those things matter, okay? It shows that you don't have attention to detail. So once you've written that email, make sure you read through it properly before you send it. And many a times some people are not careful. Not only do you read the email, like I said earlier, know who you're sending it to. There are times when you're in a hurry and you've written that email and you've written it with some anger. Be careful what you write in your email. Once you send it, unlike WhatsApp where you can get it back,
Very
you can't get your
true.
email
You can't
back.
take
Honestly
it back.
speaking, you can't. You can't take it back.
You
So
can't.
when
Yeah.
you're pressing a J and you want to send it to John, make sure you don't send it to Janet, because many
Wow.
times some people send it to Janet instead of John, and it's the wrong person, and it gets into the wrong hands.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Of
right.
course, be humor. You don't want humor. But what I want to say quickly is don't reply emails in an anger. All right. And make sure that once again, those emails, be careful. Some people put emails and they put smiley face in an email.
Could we
Be careful not
touch
to do those.
touch on the signature part as quickly as possible?
Yes,
The
I'm coming
end
to
of
that.
an email in as quick as possible. What
Yeah.
should be in your final signature in a mail?
Your final signature should be your name, your contact details. So maybe your follow-up email, your number, maybe an email of where you work. Some people tend to put quotes, other people's quotes, and long ones. That's irrelevant. You don't really need to add all those quotes, other people's quotes, third-party quotes, unless it's a very short one-liner one. If it's too long, don't worry about it. I don't really subscribe to putting your picture in the signature. It's not necessary. You can put the logo of your organization, but make sure that your signature is brief, not too long. Some people are putting all their accolades and all their awards there as well. I think that should be in your website, not necessarily in your email. It says too much and it's not relevant. Make sure your email is relevant to the person you are sending it to. Don't send junk mails. Don't send follow-on mails. People will just cut you off. You need to be serious every time you send out an email.
So much for that refresher on email etiquette. For those of you who are just resuming back at the office, I have a feeling you've been substantially reminded of what you need to be doing with your emails. Thank you so much, Janet Adetu, for that one.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear from you again soon.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a great day.
And with that, we have to take a quick break. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit.